Hi, my name is Barry Agelnick. I've been in the commercial mortgage industry for over 20 years, working with various lenders, providing loans and mortgages in all asset classes for construction financing, takeouts, refinancings, and purchases. The usual asset classes that people want to borrow for are apartments, mixed use, meaning retail and perhaps apartments upstairs, light industrial properties, and offices. As a borrower, if you're using your own bank, they're only going to be able to offer you what services and products they have. If you use a mortgage broker, we have the opportunity to shop the market and find the right product that has the features that will benefit you and what you're looking for. Most recently, we were approached by a client outside of Ottawa who was looking to buy a retirement home in the Cornwall area. The client had exhausted brokers in the Toronto area who really didn't understand what the Ottawa market needed for her. She approached us and we were able to find a local credit union who was very keen on helping her do the financing for the purchase of a retirement home. When I was a lender and I was actually doing business with Best Interest Mortgages, I found them to be very professional. They would submit their loan requests in a very concise and thorough manner, and I found them to be extremely professional. When I decided to go from a lender to a broker situation, they were the first ones to come to my mind because I wanted to work for a team that was very professional and how they treated clients, and that's what makes us different. Well, when you're applying for a commercial mortgage, you have to be ready for the request for much more paperwork in the process. A commercial mortgage will require many reports, such as an appraisal, building condition report, phase one environmental type of thing. You'll need your tax returns, you'll need the corporate tax returns. There's just an exhaustive amount of paperwork that is required. Although it's an onerous type of process, the rewards are much better. The commercial process starts with you, the client, being very well prepared, having rent rolls, having leases in place that are current, having tax returns that are current, having your personal credit history up to date. If by chance you may have a lien on a property that you already own, or you have an outstanding tax type of liability, we as a broker have lenders that can solve those problems. But the most important thing is have paperwork ready that we will definitely ask for. If you've set up a holding company for the subject property, then the analysis is only based on that particular company and the subject property, not on you personally. So if that's just one property, if that's your first property in the holding company, it's quite easy for them to analyze it and to authorize the loan based on that particular situation. The lender will look at certain parameters on the building, loan to value, the actual debt service ratio, and the leases themselves, and where it is and what it is, which makes it really quite concise at the end of the day versus having to look at you, yourself, and the history on you as a person and your own credit.
So you're putting more emphasis on the income of the building than your personal income?
Yes, you're putting much more emphasis on the income of the property and how the property is performing as opposed to the individual. One of the most difficult asset classes to finance is land, vacant land. We had a client come to us that owned a vacant piece of land, well located, mind you, here in the city, and they wanted to access some of the equity in that land to be used for another project. And as I previously mentioned, most of the lenders, the A type of lenders, will walk away from that type of approach because there's no income being generated by the land. You come to someone like ourselves who have access to many other lenders who actually want to lend on land because of the value. They don't produce more land, the value actually goes up. We were able to finance the land that they were looking for and capitalize the interest on it because there's no income being generated by the land. The interest portion is out of the equity.